Okay, my clock says 8 o'clock Eastern Time, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to Stepping Stones to AAC, Explore Baby Animals. My name is Brittany Tony, and we'll do introductions in a second. But I am joined by Heather Prenevo, my co-host. She'll be helping me throughout the session and monitoring the chat window this evening. So welcome if you haven't joined us before for the Stepping Stone series, and welcome back to those of you that have. I recognize a few names, so glad to have some people back with us this evening. So with that, welcome to our Stepping Stones to AAC classroom. This is our virtual classroom, and I always forget to grab that bit.ly link.
I'm on it.
um, okay, thank you. I don't know why. I need to write myself a note or something. Just put it in right away. But anyway, it's a virtual classroom that you can interact virtually with. As Heather puts that in the chat window here in a little bit, you can click on that and share it with everyone you know who's into AAC. But what that allows you to do then is click on the different icons on the shelves that you see in the classroom, and those will take you to the recorded sessions that we have previously done. If you are unable to click on the icon, which I believe now, after we do this training, they should all be, oh, except for the water one, which is next month. But for the most part, all of them you should be able to click on. And as I mentioned, my name is Brittany Tony. I am a speech language pathologist and assistive technology consultant for Saltillo. I support Saltillo products in Southwest Ohio, Indiana, and Northern Kentucky. And I will give the mic over to Heather so she can introduce herself.
Well, thank you, ma'am. I'm Heather Prenevo. I am the Bitmoji on the right. I am also a speech language pathologist, and I am the AT consultant for Minnesota and Wisconsin. We're so glad to have you here. And just to update, the last one for our AAC in Bloom, and this one will be up on our interactive classroom by the end of the week. So stay tuned, they're coming.
Okay, so this is just to remind us that AAC is a journey. So we really put these stepping stones trainings together to help you start your journey. Or if you've already started your journey, giving you some ideas on how to get to the ultimate goal of functional communication with your AAC user. So just to remember, it is a journey. It takes a while, just as like learning a new language can take some time. AAC takes time as well. So just keep that in mind.
So on your screen is one of the three handouts in your materials tab. This is the Stepping Stones to AAC organizational tool. And we'll go through this step by step tonight. And if you want, you can fill it in as we fill it in on the screen. You can save a blank copy to use for later. You're more than welcome to share it out. If you find it helpful. We just thought it's a great way to start that planning process, to think about what you're going to do. And then the second handout is the Stepping Stones to AAC reference tool. And this goes through each of those steps and just explains it. So if you're like me and you leave a training and you're like, oh my goodness, what did they say about this? What was I supposed to put there? What's the next step? You can refer back to this and see some directions, get some examples, as well as if you are sharing out any of the materials, this is helpful to explain what each of those steps is about.
Okay, so tonight we're going to talk about baby animals. We thought this would be fun because I don't know about you guys, but here in Cincinnati, zoo babies are really popular in May. So that's kind of why we chose zoo babies or baby animals. Because they're popular in the springtime. We talk about them at school, we talk about them with our family, we talk about them, kind of everywhere, especially if you're going to the zoo in the spring. So we also wanted to talk about it because schools sometimes take field trips to farms to see baby animals in the fall, baby goats or baby horses or whatever it may be. And then AAC, with AAC, or just any, verbal language, we can talk about adjectives with baby animals, right? Baby with baby animals or just really animals in general, you can talk about and use a lot of adjectives to describe what the animals look like. So this is one more reason why we kind of chose this because some of those core describing words that we're using in language can happen when we're talking about animals and describing what they look like. So that was another reason that we chose this. And all of those words can then be reused in different contexts. So all focusing on those core words. So this handout is a, this is in your handout, sorry. It is a core low-tech board that is based off of WordPower 60 Basic. So you do have this available to you. This is just a reference for you to use during the training if you want to download it. And as we're talking, kind of looking at what core words am I using. Some of them may not be on here, just so you're aware, because some of them are some describing words that might not be on this low-tech board necessarily, but you can use different ones. It doesn't have to be the same ones that I'm using as I'm talking. So just keep that in mind and follow along. All right, so let's go to the zoo and see some animals. Are you guys ready?
Yes, I can't wait.
All right, so just a disclosure here. These are pictures that I took from it'll open for me. There it is. These are pictures that I took from the Cincinnati Zoo website of some of their newer baby animals this year in spring of 2021. Some of them, as you'll see, Fiona. I don't know if you guys know who
Yay!
Fiona is. Fiona
She's
the
my
hippo,
favorite.
yeah. Oh, she's kind of popular. She's not a baby anymore, but they kind of
No.
like they're gonna like ride that until the end of time.
Oh yeah.
She's like 3 or 4 now. So, but anyway, I took these screenshots from their website and then I used this idea from Sarah Gregory. She did one of our trainings, deep dive from my side of the screen. It's recorded. Go check it out. It's awesome. But we're going to go on a scavenger hunt. So as I'm talking, maybe just type in the chat window if you want to participate as we're talking about these baby animals. So here we go. We're going to go on our scavenger hunt and I'm going to use this little magnifying glass. Look at the baby animals. What animal is that? What is that animal? It's small. It's little. Heather says it's a bird. It is a bird. I think it's an eagle. Let's see. What do you see? Look. There's another little animal and a big animal. I wonder if the big animal is its mommy. Look, what animal is that? Oh, look at that animal. He is little. He is in the big animal's pouch. He's in the mommy's pouch. Look at that. Silly. Let's see. Oh, look. That animal is in the water. She is little, little hippo. Look, one more. It's a little rhino. Look at that animal. He will get big. He runs. Look at all the animals, big and little. Which is your favorite? Which is your favorite? Okay, so I thought I picked this activity because I feel like you could do this, virtual therapy, regular therapy, pull it up on your screen, do this with kids. I think it's fun. You could even print it out and use like make your own like magnifying glass or just use one. So this is a fun activity. And thank you, Heather, for putting that Sarah Gregory webinar in there. Okay, so we'll come back to the babies in a little bit. But for now, let's choose some core words. What are some core words that you heard me saying throughout that activity?
You can type them in the chat window. What words did you hear? Little.
Little. Good.
Big.
Big.
In,
Good.
look.
And look. Yeah.
I heard you use that.
That. Yep.
We
That
just,
is an underestimated core word, in my
I was just
opinion.
gonna say, I'm so kicking myself on all the missed opportunities of not using the word that in my practice before.
Yes. Because really, if you think about it, a lot of toddlers, typical developing toddlers, use that word a
Hmm.
lot.
Right?
Good job, guys. You're on it. Okay. So let's go to the next step. Maybe if my computer cooperates with me. There we go. Open-ended questions. So if you're not familiar with what an open-ended question is, an open-ended question encourages communication. It allows for opportunities for AAC users to communicate on their device. So an open-ended question is a question that cannot be answered with just yes or no. So it kind of opens the door for those opportunities for communication. So we're going to pick some open-ended questions for each of our target core words, but just a quick quiz, which one of the following is an open-ended question? Do you like baby animals or what? Oh, Melanie got it. Good job, Melanie.
These are
Right.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah, what was your favorite animal? We can say Fiona the hippo, or we can say monkey, or we can say little rhino. We can say, kind of anything versus do you like baby animals is just a yes or no question or response, sorry. All right, so back to our planning form here. What are some questions, open-ended questions that we can use for the word look? So these are just the ones that I chose. So you guys were all right. Look, see, that, big, little.
Nice.
So what are some open-ended questions that you can use for the word look?
And they can have look in the question, or the response can include the word look. So you can kind of mix and match.
Oh, I like that one.
Ah, yeah. What are you looking at? What do you want to look at? Yeah, especially when we're at the zoo, or if you wanted to dig a little deeper and maybe go to like a virtual exhibit. What do you want to look at? And we can click on it. Look at that. You are right on, Lisa, for the next section too.
Yes. Yeah, that would be kind of more of a comment. Okay. So what about for the word that?
What is that?
What what is that? Like that's what I was thinking about that baby bird. I literally asked that question. What is that? It's a baby eagle of some kind.
I was impressed when you told, because I was like, it's something with feathers.
I don't know. It said it on the website, so I don't know these things. Okay. What else?
Where
Where
is?
is that?
Oh,
I like that. Yeah, like where does it live? Maybe it's where is that animal? Maybe you're trying to find it on the map. Where is Fiona at the zoo? Yeah.
or where is the hippo? Or like, have you ever been to the zoo and like the wolves or whatever are hiding? And so everybody's always
Oh,
asking,
yeah.
where are
Yeah, where is
they?
it? Where is that animal, mommy? Yeah. All right, what about for big and little? You can use these words interchangeably. What are some open-ended questions for those words?
Yeah, and so could we use maybe a question like, how big is it? Or what size?
Yeah.
What size do you like? Where are the little animals? Ooh, there we go.
Yeah, like that little baby kangaroo. Where is it? Is
Oh, is the baby big or little? Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
These are great.
All right. Look, that big. Yes. Okay. So now going into that, Janelle, comments. So if we're talking about when we're talking about comments, we're going to think of some comments that we might want to model for our AAC user that they could say in response to our question if they are not yet responding to open-ended questions independently. So maybe they're not really responding to those open-ended questions. We can model a comment for them. And a good rule of thumb that I like to remind parents is that we want to keep them at or just above their language level currently. So if they are currently only saying 1 to 2 words consistently on their AAC device, maybe we're only modeling 2 to 3 words. Or maybe we're only modeling 2 to 4. So no more than 2 to 3 words beyond how many they're actually, or sorry, currently saying, because we don't want to overwhelm them with too many words and then they get confused. So just kind of keeping that in mind as well.
I love that reminder, and just especially for the SLPs in the room, it was a hard thing for me to let go of. We don't have to have those complete sentences yet. If we think about those verbally developing children, and they don't jump from labeling, hippo to I want to go see the hippo. So we shouldn't expect that of our AAC users at this level either.
Yep, exactly. It all goes back to that language development. Okay, so what are some comments that we could say? These are for
go
look.
back and reuse.
Look, that big.
Look at the hippo. I'm sorry, I'm going to be sticking with that because it's my favorite animal. So
It is cute. She is cute.
I need to go see Fiona in person.
Yes, she's fun. What else? Look at that, maybe. Look at that. Okay, what about for the word that? Speaking of that. What
and we could reuse, couldn't we?
Right. Yeah, look at that, or that animal big.
Or that is an eagle. Since you asked the question, what is that animal?
Yep.
And maybe that is big, or that is little.
Yeah, we could do that. That is, yeah, so what are some comments for big and little? You got that one.
Maybe monkey little.
Yeah.
He big. Perfect.
Oh, I like little animals. Yeah. So talk about what we like and don't like. Those are great commenting words. I like just the 2-word phrase there, Lisa, too. He big. That's good. I like little. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Okay. Maybe. All right, there we go. So this is just a screenshot of what I filled in and just an example of step 3. So step 3 is really tying it all together. And with our 1-word models, then we're coming up with 2 or 3-word models to go along with those single words. So we might reuse some of these same phrases, comments, and questions. And I just noticed I didn't put any questions in these 2 or 3 words model. That's my bad. So sorry, don't use me as the example. But anyway, so you'll want to add some of those. But just to kind of put it all together, this is what you could model on the device while you're looking at the baby animals with your AAC user. Look, animals, I like that one. That one is little.
It's always good to jot these down, and when you're first starting out as well, to pre-plan so that you're not stressing. What am I going to say? What am I going to touch on the device? So just kind of jotting down some of these sentences, picking out some words ahead of time, can really help with that stress and anxiety of, what am I supposed to do?
Yes, exactly. So then we're going to find the words on our device so that, again, you're finding these before you model with your client or with your kiddo at home. You're going to find these on the device so that you know where they are. So these are just where they are on the core board. So if that, see, look, and then describe, we'd have to go into the describe pages, either on the device or using the flipbook to talk about big and little. So just so you know, those are on there. Okay, so now we're gonna practice together. And while I pull up my, what is it? My baby animals again. Do you guys want to, and I just realized if I pull up my baby animals, you can't see the device. So I could do a split screen, I guess. But I didn't prepare that, so I'm sorry. That's my bad. Okay, I didn't even think about that. All right, so, but what we could do, which
I was
one
gonna
do you
say,
want to
since
see?
it's a smaller amount of pictures, we could just pull up the device.
Yep.
If you guys
Yep.
have good memories of what's on the screen for the pictures.
Yeah. So what my question was, as I was processing, sorry, was do you want to do the device modeling? Do you want to see modeling on the device or do you want to see modeling on a flip book?
You can vote in the chat window. Which would you like to see her model on?
Device, flip book, flip book. Okay, I'm seeing flip book. All right, cool. I'll pull up the flip book then. All right, and it is, I believe it's Word Power 60 Basic is my flip book. So hang on here while I get situated.
And I will
Sorry about
grab
that.
the link where if you have not found our flip books on the website.
Yeah. All right, so I might have to see if I can pull that up real quick. All right, here we go. You guys see that okay?
Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you, Lisa. All right, so if we're thinking about those baby animals, right, and I'm, doing the scavenger hunt, we can say things like, what do you, and then we have to go to our actions page. What do you, have to flip again, see? What do you see at the zoo? I see that animal. Look at that animal. That animal is big. It's the mommy hippo. That baby is little. That baby is little. What animal do you like? You like big or you like little? Look, there's another animal. Look at that animal. That animal is little. Little animal. Okay, so you get the idea. Okay, so there's modeling on the flipbook. And thank you, Heather, for putting that in there. This is great, a great option if you are a parent and you don't want to drag out the device to somewhere like a zoo that's out in the hot sun, depending on where you live, or, next month we're going to be talking about water play and maybe the pool or something like that, just being in the water. And so that's a good option for water too, because you don't want to get the device wet.
Not so much.
All right, so after trying the steps with not the video, but my live modeling there, do you still have questions? What are your next steps? Yes, I agree. I love the flipbook option, Janelle. I wish I would have used it more in therapy because I feel like it's a good option, even while, if you're doing an AAC eval for a kid and you're waiting for that device, this is a good option to have.
And it's definitely one that takes a little practice. And I liked how Brittany kind of tabbed her fingers. So it was easy to flip back and forth to, the big and little and look, but it still takes a little effort. but it's also a good way, and as she kind of talked through, for us to verbally model, like, oh, I need to go to this tab. Okay, I got to flip to look for it on the next page so that they get the idea too, that it's not just us, magically knowing where these words are.
Yes, exactly, Janelle, and everyone can have one. That's right. Teacher gets one, paraprofessional gets one, friend gets one. It's like Oprah. You get a
Right?
card, you get a flip book, you get a flip book, you get a flip book, you know?
I've actually had a couple teams that said, you know what, I feel like we're just gonna have our students, they'll have like high school student helpers that, need something to work on, kind of like a teacher's aide, and they're gonna help me make these books. I'm like, that's a
It's a
lovely idea.
great idea. You can even spiral bound them, like
Getting fancy.
you're fancy. Yeah. Okay, well, that's it for tonight. I'm gonna put up our emails in case you guys have further questions. We'll stay on for another minute or so if you do have questions. But thank you so much for attending tonight. We hope you, yes, next steps, making flipbooks. Yes. Yeah. Um, we hope that you learned something new today and can take it with you. And then join us the next month. We're going to talk about splashing into summer. So,
I'm excited.
all right. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great night.